What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. We end up getting some exciting information for Pokemon Go throughout the summer. We officially have it launched for the Pokemon Go Summer Challenge. And along with this, we are going to get some incredible rewards. So I'm going to be talking about the best rewards, the tasks that we're going to have to do, and then of course what we will unlock. Spoiler alert, it is related to the legendary beast. And the reason why that is so important in Pokemon Go is we have not seen the legendary beast in raids since 2017. That has been such a long time. While other Pokemon like Kyogre and Groudon have come back 3, 4, 5 times, the legendary beasts have been nowhere to be found. But they are not just going to simply come back. We are also going to get the shiny variations of it. So what that means for me is I think it would make a lot of sense to kind of cover a deep dive series on the legendary beast. So very excited about that. I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. So we're going to go ahead and talk about these rewards. They will be associated to the different Go Fest events throughout the summer. The first one, and I personally think one of the favorite ones out of the community, will be the Go Fest Chicago. You're noticing the theme of yellow. That's because we will be unlocking Raikou. We're gonna have to do this, guys. Come on, I need your help globally. I will be at this event helping out internally as well as globally once I come home. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be putting in the work. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the task and then of course the rewards. First things first, the attenders of Go Fest. We are going to have to complete 1 million research tasks to unlock ×2 catch candy. That's pretty cool. If you pine up, of course, you will ×4 it. So for example, if you go do a Tyranitar raid with this, that means you could get 40 candy just by doing a single Tyranitar raid. I know people are going to be excited about it. As far as the dates are concerned, it will be from June 13th until June 16th to be able to complete these rewards. And then the rewards of all of these would end up being for this duration down here, June 18th to June 25th. But when we move into the global aspect, that will be the majority of the players. It gets broken down into a per team basis, which is fairly interesting. All teams are going to have to complete 15 million research tasks to unlock the different tasks. So as far as priority is concerned, I think that they're going to be unique for their own reasons. The +1 rare candy per raid is kind of cool simply for the fact that rare candy is random during raids. So this would guarantee that you at least get 1 rare candy for every raid that you do. I think that's pretty cool. Up next, we got the half distance for the hatching. That's also awesome, especially if you want to plow through some eggs with just your infinite incubator. And then finally, ×2 hatch candy. This could be great if you want to use something like 10-kilometer eggs. The fact that you can get ×2 candy is going to be great. You can end up with 30 to 40 candies throughout this, maybe even a little more. So hopefully we will be able to get that. But beyond that, I think that the main reward is going to be centered around Raikou. It is going to be available for a short period of time. We do not technically have the details related to the raid bosses. They will be out during the summer. Keep in mind, we'll also have Kyogre going on, Groudon going on, which will be just a summer of fun, to be honest. Very excited about that. Out of all 3 of the legendary beasts, Raikou is easily my favorite, so the fact that we are going to get that shiny variation of it is something that I am very excited about, and you can bet I am definitely going to get out there and raid. So for the next set of rewards, we're going to find ourselves in Dortmund. And when we specifically talk about it, what we're going to see throughout this is we're going to have the exact same task related to it, but the general theme is going to be centered around experience, which is very interesting. I do have a red pin, so I'm going to go ahead and go out here instead. So it is centered around experience. Very excited about that. July 4th through July 7th is going to be the time period that we will be able to complete this. And as far as how often the rewards will be here, it will be from July 9th through July 16th. Probably the most interesting one out of this would be that ×2 raid XP. You get 10,000 experience just from doing a legendary raid. Since it will be ×2, that'll be 20,000. If you add on a lucky egg, we're talking 40,000 experience for doing a single legendary raid. So for anybody out there who is trying to get themselves to level 40 or just grind experience, this is definitely going to be the one that you want to focus on. And then of course, just as a cherry on top, we're going to be getting shiny Entei. Very excited. I know a lot of people are a big fan of Entei, Raikou, and then we got the last one that we will definitely talk about. But do not sleep on the last one that we're going to talk about. So we do have Suicune coming up, right? But something interesting about this one is that the raids change. And something else is that, I will say this, the rewards are insane. So while we may end up getting kind of like the worst variation of the three, as far as meta relevancy is concerned, we're simply going to get the best rewards out of this one. So this will be a little bit further in advance, but what we're going to be talking about is the Go Fest in Yokohama, August 5th to August 12th. So a little bit longer duration. Keep that in mind. So when you start seeing things like 3 million, 25 million out of there, we do get a longer time period to be able to complete this. But as you can see, the main focus around this is centered around Stardust. And Stardust is king, in my opinion. I focus on that more than I do something like experience and candy, of course, on the front end. Yeah, very excited about this. Check this out. If we can complete it internally for Go Fest, people who attend it, ×3 catch Stardust, that is always amazing. Just imagine having something like a community day, except instead it's going to be applicable for 7 days. That is absolutely insane. Just imagine that. We've got the equivalent of what happens on community days for 7 days. So excited about that. Other than that, we are going to get plus 3,000 Stardust per raid. Very interesting. Definitely incentivizing people to go about the raiding perspective. Then we've got ×3 hatch Stardust. That is intense. If you throw on a star piece onto that, wow, that is going to be crazy. And then finally, we've got 1 hour star pieces as opposed to just the typical 30-minute. I know that a lot of people will be fans of that for sure. So we definitely need to make sure that we get these rewards unlocked. But other than that, the last thing that we have to talk about is Shiny Suicune will be released for this one. Kind of an interesting one. Unfortunately, Suicune has fallen a little bit flat in Pokemon Go. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's probably going to be near and dear to people, you know, in their hearts. But something kind of cool about Suicune is that it does have a legacy move. It's the only one of the legendary beasts that has a legacy move, with it being hidden power. Unfortunately, I don't know if they will end up bringing it back or not. I personally think if they want to generate a lot of buzz around the Pokemon, it would make a lot of sense to go ahead and allow that hidden power to be reintroduced into the game. People would definitely want to rate it from that perspective, especially for the fact that you could end up getting lucky and getting yourself a water hidden power, which will get the stat benefit. So yeah, that just about wraps up the video. I am so excited about the Summer Go Challenge. Definitely let me know if you're excited about it, which one you want to focus on the most, and then of course what your favorite legendary beast is. Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. I wanted to extend a huge thank you to the supporters over at Patreon. You definitely make this possible, and I 100% appreciate this support. If you are interested in supporting my channel on Patreon, definitely feel free to check out the link in the description.